Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the show, the podcast. Today, we are talking about the Nintendo Switch. I didn't think this game would ever come to that console. Mostly wishful thinking. I hoped it would never come to the console, but here we are. We now live in a world that MLB The Show is on PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch on the go. Anybody read those Taco Bell commercials for the Crunchwrap? When the Crunchwrap first came out, the whole thing was, it's good to go. Just like Nintendo Switch. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to break down everything from the feature premiere from last Thursday, which was not a lot. They repeated themselves multiple times. Not one of their better feature premieres, but it's okay. There was only so much to be said, but we're going to go through what they said. But first, we're going to talk a little bit about the new event. So, if you guys are watching on YouTube today, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're new to the podcast and you like it, or you might not know that yet, but when you make it through the end and you like it, subscribe, comment, tell your friends about me, tell your grandfather about me. I don't know. We're gonna talk about the new event. New event. You see it on my screen. I'm at 20 wins. At 25 and 30 wins, you get the big boy rewards. The big boy rewards, honestly, that we should have had 2 months ago to keep people interested in playing the game. Vladimir Guerrero finest. Oh my God, it's disgusting. 123 contact right, 125 power right. He's beautiful. 129 contact left, 124 power left. He is going to be at P5 one ball hair away from perfect hitting across the board. He's going to stop at 124 contact left. It's a little annoying. It doesn't make a difference though. 124, 125 at that point, essentially the same thing. 87 fielding. It's fucking incredible. So that means if you get him to P3, he'll be diamond at first. Personally, when I get him, I'm probably going to plug him in at third base. So he won't be a diamond there, but it'll be a gold. That's good. 74 arm is whatever. 90 reaction, that's very good. 54 speed, I think they hoed him a little bit. Everybody says he's slow as shit. I think he's actually not fleet of foot. Definitely not fleet of foot, but he's not a bumbling idiot. So, he'll get to 59 speed. It's whatever. Like I said, third base, secondary. Quirks, he's got the live quirks. Hitting machine, bomber, 20/20 vision, pressure cooker, reflexes, walker, unbreakable, night player, first pitch hitter, breaking ball hitter. Card's disgusting. They put Aaron Judge finest as the 30-win reward, which I guess they, by that logic, that's the quote-unquote better of the two. I actually think it's reversed. I think Vlad Jr. is better. Judge is just very hard to use, but oh my God, it's beautiful. Right field primary who can play left and center. If you put him in center, you're a lunatic. He's a right fielder and a left fielder. 111 contact right, 117 power right. 119 contact left, 125 power left. He's going to destroy definitely lefties, basically everything. What else we got here? 99 fielding. Finally. Thank you. The man is a beast in the outfield. I'm a Yankee fan, so I'm biased, and I know you're all going to say that. I watch Aaron Judge play right field on a semi-nightly basis. The man is a fucking defensive wizard. 99 field, thank you. He's going to max his 99 arm at P4. Perfect. Should have been 99 to start. We'll take the 95. 99 accuracy, 99 reaction. Makes up for 68 speed, which is not bad. This card across the board is disgusting. What holds him back is his 6'7" height and the fact that his batter's box is fucking the Eiffel Tower. It's huge. So, probably gonna be fun to use in BR. I can't see you ever using him in ranked seasons. Also, some throwback uniforms, throwback event packs. The only two cards in this game I don't have, other than Guerrero and Judge, are Killebrew and Guidry. So hopefully I can. 50 wins a fucking lot. I might not play to 50. I don't know. But whatever. It's a 2-part event, by the way. First part, which ends March 8th. It's a while from now. You got another week. The first part, 6 innings, quick counts. Still not super quick games, but 6 inning quick counts. Hall of Fame, but it's only silver and bronze pitchers or common players. You can finagle your way into just about any lineup you want. Hitters are from 2021 All-Star, Home Run Derby, 2021 Postseason, and Finest. But it's against silver pitching, so it's really, there's a ton of offense, and it's stadium locked to ship it, which I would have played to ship it anyway. But the offense galore. Offense galore. To say it's a fun event would be incorrect. I'm going to start playing the event, by the way. If you guys are on YouTube, if you're listening, I'll be playing the event and also talking about the Switch shortly. It's an insane event. They finally gave us good rewards again, but it's a fucking bloodbath out there, and I mean that sincerely. Strap in before you play this event. Get a bite to eat, have water next to you, wipe your ass. It's going to be sweaty. There's no other way to put it. But let's talk about what's coming up, not what's happening now. In MLB The Show 22, I have notes next to me, so if you guys see me keep looking to the right, my notes are there. They announced a new legend right before the Nintendo Switch reveal, or Nintendo Switch news reveal, whatever you want to call it. Kirk Gibson, legendary home run during the World Series. I'm not enthused by it, literally at all. I personally do not give a single shit that Kirk Gibson is now in the game. He is not a legend I never would have asked for or ever would have been pleased that we got. He's kind of just there. It creates the opportunity for a really cool moment, because we know MLB The Show likes moments. Is it cool for Dodgers fans? Absolutely. I'm not going to be that guy who bitches about everything. Not every card is for every person. So if you're excited Kirk Gibson's in, awesome. I will say, however, they showed him in a home run derby on the Switch premiere. Boy, his swing looks shitty. Hope it's not the case. I don't know, but his swing don't look good. So we're going to have to learn more about that. We just don't know for sure as of this moment. Speaking of new legends, there's another new legend coming on Thursday, this upcoming Thursday. They tease it as an all-star new legend reveal. I don't know what the fuck that means. They showed a silhouette like they always do. I saw some people surmising that it's Tigers legend Lou Whitaker. Might be kind of cool. He might get a sneaky decent card. It gives you another middle infield option. I believe he was a second baseman for most of his career. He was the double play counterpart with Alan Trammell, who we of course know exists in the game. I just don't know what it could be. So we'll know on Thursday. So, all right, the Switch. The Switch. Will Smith, Switch. Great song from the early 2000s. Okay, that was a hit through the right side, I guess. First thing, very important to note. This is super important to note. This is basically in order, by the way, of the feature premiere. So they made a point to put this, the first thing out of Ramon's fucking mouth during the feature premiere. The tech test was not final game resolution for the Switch. It might not be final game resolution for everything, but it certainly was not optimized at the time of the tech test. They are targeting is the key word here. So what I take that as, it will max at 30 frames per second, 30 FPS. That's if you're on wired internet, everything's running smooth. 30 FPS is okay. It's certainly better than what the tech test was. You don't buy the Nintendo Switch or play the Nintendo Switch, or especially play MLB The Show on Nintendo Switch for graphics. I'm pretty sure, I think I just homered there. I am pretty positive we all know that's not why you play it on the Switch. So, it is what it is. People just have to, not complain as much, I guess. I know people immediately jumped on SDS for, what the fuck is this caliber of gameplay? It looks like MLB 2K, 14, or, what, I don't know, pick a 2K. It looked like a PS2 game. It's not going to look like that when it's fully optimized. I shouldn't have swung at that, but we'll take a little bleeder. So that's the most important thing to note there. If you played the tech test or saw reviews of the tech test and saw the way the game looked and were immediately turned off by it, don't be turned off by it yet. Give it a chance. See what it looks like on release day. It's going to look better. I can't guarantee it'll look up to your standards. I don't know if it'll look perfect, but it will look better. So that's important. Well, I mean, hopefully. So they say. We take everything they say with a grain of salt, but at least based on what they're telling us, it will look different. Okay? Capiche? Capiche. Next, let's talk about what is in MLB The Show 22 on the Switch.
Inside, ball one.
The simple answer is fucking everything, stupid. I don't know why they didn't just outright say everything. They listed like one by, oh, and we have Road to the Show. Oh, and Diamond Dynasty. Oh, you know, the only thing not on the Switch is Stadium Creator, because you need to have next gen to do Stadium Creator. You cannot download created stadiums. You cannot play against someone with created stadiums. You cannot create your own stadium. Nintendo Switch, no created stadiums, okay? Don't even ask about it. It's not happening. Next, what else is in the game? You get the full experience. I'm using their words. Full experience. Freeze-offs, lagging. No, I'm just kidding. Road to the Show, Diamond Dynasty, March to October, franchise. I see... I paused there because I was trying to figure out my next train of thought. I see the Switch being a vehicle for a few things. Casual play, or not casual players, but people who play competitively online from their home consoles who just want to have some low-key fun on the side. They're going to play franchise on the Switch, on the go, while they're laying in bed, while they're taking a poopy. March to October, fucking get it out of the game, Ramon. I don't know why we're still talking about it. So March to October, we could skip entirely and just ignore. Road to the Show, I haven't really been serious about Road to the Show in a while. Maybe the Switch gives it a little more life. I don't know if that's the case, but maybe. You know, Diamond Dynasty grinding, if the game plays okay, is going to be big. Conquest maps, moments, Tops Now stuff, showdowns, the offline stuff that you can do in Diamond Dynasty is going to be good for the Switch. They also made it a point to say the Challenge of the Week is back. Moments, you could do Home Run Derby, you could play online rated. Home Run Derby, actually, you detach the Joy-Cons. That's kind of cool. Custom League, online co-op, the new mode. And then they reiterated themselves again, and they said you could play every mode in Diamond Dynasty, which I just listed. I just literally listed all the modes. We talked about no Stadium Creator. Live content updates are available because it is MLB The Show 22. Like, it's the full version, other than Stadium Creator. It's the game. You can dock your Switch and use the Joy-Cons. If you dock the Switch, you will get better resolution, which makes sense. If you undock it for performance purposes, the resolution will get worse. Also, for battery life, they do that. Makes total sense. Another very important thing to note that I skipped here because it made sense to go in the order I went in. Cross-platform play is still in the game. We learned how to coexist as PlayStation and Xbox users this year. Now we're going to add 1 and 2. Our friends from Nintendo Switch into the mix. Okay? So that's a thing. And that was apparently a fair ball with his pitcher, and I am sad. Cross-platform saves. Huge. If you log into your show account and link your accounts, massive. And cross-progression. Just incredibly huge. That's the whole point of the Switch, why you'd ever want to use it, is to progress in Diamond Dynasty while you're, like I said, while you're taking a poopy. And that's obviously on a different console and different company entirely than Sony. So that's good. That's good. That fulfills the purpose of what the Switch is supposed to be. The Switch, unless I'm stupid or we run into some new goons, is not going to be the place for the best competitive play you've ever seen. I caution people to not even touch it and play competitively if they're a competitive player, because it's probably going to suck. Connection's going to be god-awful. Who knows what else is going to happen. We're going to talk more about that, though. This has to be stressed, too, because people are fucking stupid. Not all of you. I love most of you. But some people are just fucking idiots. As the comedian Ron White once said. By the way, if you guys don't know who Ron White is, I encourage you to go watch him. I believe most of his stuff is on Netflix. Yeah, you can't fix stupid. Okay? You just can't fix it. So they had to stress this. You must have an internet connection to play MLB The Show 22 online on the Switch. I don't know why we had to stress that, but they made it a point to stress it. That means, this is important, if you're on the subway on the way to work, you cannot play Diamond Dynasty. If you're on the bus on the way to a friend's house, you cannot play Diamond Dynasty. If you're in the back seat of your dad's minivan on the way to the Grand Canyon, you cannot play Diamond Dynasty. You can play Franchise, you can't play Diamond Dynasty. This is going to open the door. We're going to talk about the competitive stuff now in the online play. It's going to open the door for a lot of fucking problems. Or problems maybe not as much as lost connections with opponents. Anywhere that your Switch can connect to a public Wi-Fi spot, people are going to try to play. And here's the thing. The connection is going to be worse than a potato. And they're still going to try to play. And boy, oh boy, is that going to lead to some shoddy connections, some lag, some frame rate problems. It's going to lead to some stuff. So, I hope it doesn't. Of course, we're going to feel it out as it goes to see what happens. But my recommendation, if that stuff bothers you considerably, after playing a game or two of crossplay to see how it works, just turn crossplay off. There are enough PlayStation or Xbox or Switch users to play solely against the console you play on. There's plenty. It opens your player base a little bit when you do cross-platform, of course. But if that is a giant concern of yours, like it will be for me, because I get frustrated when that shit happens, I might just turn crossplay off. In MLB The Show 21, full disclosure, I play with crossplay on, as I just completely missed that pitch. It doesn't bother me as much this year. There was a period where it was really bad, but I think it's gotten actually a little better. Probably because there are fewer people playing every day. But I play cross-platform now, and it's fine. But adding Switch to the mix, I don't want to play the Switch people. I wonder if there should be a way to just, instead of turning off cross-platform, just be like, I don't want to play against the Switch, and turn the Switch off. That'd be cool. That'd be nice. Oh, what a fucking terrible swing. Okay. So that's, yeah, the competitive stuff is going to be a little shoddy. We're going to have to figure that out as we go along. Because of the Switch, there are 2 new difficulties being added to MLB The Show 22. Apparently they were available in the tech test. I did not fucking see them. Maybe just because I didn't look. Amateur and minor difficulties. These are meant to acclimate our new friends on the Nintendo Switch to how MLB The Show works. I'm assuming they are the slowest thing you've ever seen. And they honestly probably mess your timing up more than they help you. But it's 2 new modes, or 2 new difficulty levels, rather. I think that brings us to 7 difficulty levels? That's just obscene. That's just obscene. Well, they should have just added 1, but now they added 2. So that's just silly. God, I hope there's not a game mode on it. Or maybe that means they'll give us some moments on that easy difficulty, though. That'd be fun. The game will be roughly 20 gigs. That is not small. It's not massive, but it's not small. So you're going to want to clear, and that's on Switch. I'm sure it'll be a different size. I think that's how it works on Xbox and PlayStation, but 20 gigs for the Switch. And that is what's going to come on the disc card. That means there could be larger updates that require some more space that you do online. You, of course, by the way, need a Nintendo Switch Online account or Nintendo Online account to play. I think it's $20 a year. It's just like your PlayStation Pass. Same thing. So you're going to have to download content updates and things of that nature from the shop, or like a regular game cartridge update, content update. I don't know if it'll do it automatically. You might have to force it, but that is how... Oh, that ball was abso-fucking-lutely destroyed. Holy goodbye. I'm winning 5-3, by the way, people who are just listening. Thank you. I've kind of ignored you as far as play-by-play goes, but we're up 5-3. Game will be roughly 20 gigs. We talked about the resolution. This is important. They had to stress this because Switch people are new, but we're going to talk about it here too, just in case some people don't know. When you link your accounts, I did this only because I had to switch from a PS5 to a PS4 for a few weeks after my PS5 broke last year. It's a little bit different what I'm about to talk about, but it's similar enough that I can make the parallel. When you link your account, no matter what you log into, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox 360, not Xbox 360. What the fuck are the Xbox? I don't talk about Xbox because I don't really like it, but like Xbox One, Xbox S, Xbox Z, Xbox 37, or Switch, your information carries over. Your stubs will carry over. Your cards will carry over. Your inventory, your rating, your progress. Oh, wow, we're just on fire right now. Everything, don't look at the PCI, YouTube. Everything will carry over. Except one thing doesn't carry over. If I buy, I don't know the denominations of stubs. If I buy, whatever, let's just use the number 1,000 for the sake of being easy. If I buy 1,000 stubs on Switch, and my accounts are linked, those 1,000 stubs will not be usable on PlayStation. They just won't even appear on your account. Those 1,000 stubs have to be used on the Switch. Same goes if I buy stubs on PlayStation, they have to be used on PlayStation. Same thing goes for Xbox. If you buy stubs in the Microsoft Store, have to be used on Xbox. Some people don't realize that. I mean, it's obviously a thing because those different companies are all trying to make money, so you can't just steal from one to give to the other. Or something to that effect. So that's important to note. I firmly believe this year more than ever, you will not have to put a single dime into this game other than buying the digital deluxe edition for $100. It's the only amount of money I'm putting into the game. I know we haven't heard anything yet about the app and whether it's being updated or if they're creating a new one or if, the app was a resounding success. So I'm hoping they bring it back. They have not even mentioned it as a possibility, so I'm a little concerned. But with the existence of the Marketplace app, it is so easy to flip and make stubs and do this and do that. You do not need to spend money on stubs. So I wouldn't even bother spending the money, but I just wanted to bring it up to make sure everybody knew. Lastly, before we finish this game and close, we're in the top of the fifth right now. Before we finish this game and close the episode, you can remove the Joy-Cons for Home Run Derby. We said that. I'm not going to repeat myself like Ramon did the whole stream. However, there are no motion control settings or modes or abilities or whatever you call it on the Switch. The Joy-Cons do not operate that way for MLB The Show 22. Okay? I don't know if I've ever played a game on the Switch that actually has that, because the Switch, for me, is a $300 Pokemon machine. I don't even think I'm honestly going to download the show on it. That remains to be seen. I guess for Pokemon Go, you use the Joy-Cons, right? Not Pokemon Go. What the fuck's it called? Let's Go Pikachu. I totally forgot about that. It's the only thing I've ever used the motion controls for. So unless you're catching Pokemon on MLB The Show, you do not need motion controls on the Joy-Cons. They will not work. You could take your Joy-Cons out and dock it and put it in the controller and play Home Run Derby like they showed. That probably means you can also use the Switch Pro controller. I would guess you can. I would guess most people who are playing with it docked will use that. But yeah, that is essentially that. I think the Switch, its existence in the MLB The Show community is going to be huge. I think it's going to be big. It's always nice to grow your player base. And let's all be honest with ourselves. Nintendo products have larger user bases than Sony or Microsoft. I think Microsoft. Definitely Sony. Oh my god. That's going to go, right? It has to. It has to. Yeah, that ball was absolutely shat upon. It's going to add an influx of people. Just like Xbox added an influx of people, there's going to be more people playing MLB The Show than ever before. I hope that means to more money, leads to more money, rather, to SDS, so they can keep buying better legends, better than Kirk Gibson. So they can also improve the fucking server room so it's bigger than my closet. I think that's how big it currently is. But I have my concerns about the Switch. I expressed them, earlier. I do think the Switch is going to give major connectivity problems if you're trying to play online. I would just avoid it entirely. I think the Switch is going to be great for people who just want to fuck around and play franchise, people who want to grind conquests and showdowns and anything DD offline. The second it requires you to play another human being on the internet, do it from a console, like a hardwired, doesn't go anywhere console. Listen, it's like trying to play a game of MLB The Show on a Game Boy Color. It's not going to fucking work. I don't care if the technology's better. It's the same thing in my opinion. I'd rather play Donkey Kong on the Game Boy original than play MLB The Show 22 online on a Nintendo Switch. You can quote me on that, and that's going to go on my gravestone when I die. Well, what a perfectly timed episode. We played an event game. I won. We've talked about the Nintendo Switch. It's over. Guys, more feature premiere news coming every week until this game drops. That means our podcast, this podcast right here, this little family, this community, we're back in full fucking swing, baby. There's going to be news to talk about every single week. There's going to be updates, opinions, observations, guesses. I'm inevitably going to say stupid shit. So I hope you guys appreciate it. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys love it and that you want more of it. So guys, thank you so much for listening. Love you all. I hope you're excited, just as excited, more excited for MLB 22, the show 22 than even I am. We're going to have a great time with this podcast and some content and streaming and doing the whole diggity dang thing with MLB The Show 22. So thank you guys for listening. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Talk to y'all next time.